Hey guys, so I have a really quick update. Hopefully, it's really quick. I wanted to go over the global feats in this Conquest series because they seem a little daunting. A couple of them are repeats, but a couple of them are newer, and I just wanted to focus on them specifically. I wanted to get this out ASAP now that Conquest has been fixed and the Bad Batch node in Sector 1, the Datacron node, has been rolled back in terms of difficulty. So you can do a lot of these there, which I'll show you. And I'm going to focus on Phoenix, Ewoks, and Tuskens. So we'll get into it here in a little bit. Before we even hop in, though, I do want to say thank you, as usual, to my patrons. I really appreciate the support. It's been fantastic. Absolutely love it. So thank you so much. But let's talk about these global feats. So the only one I'm not really going to go into is Hutt Cartel. You have to win 40 battles with a full Hutt Cartel team. If you have Jabba, you're going to roll through this no problem. If you don't, then you're going to want to use the Hutt Cartel that you do have. You need to make a full team. So there isn't really like a cheese that you could do and get Hutt Cartel kills because it's a full squad. So what I would do personally, though, is now that that Bad Batch node has been fixed, is just take them in against the Sector 1 Bad Batch node there, because chances are you are just going to roll them with your strongest Hutt Cartel characters. I do want to focus specifically on the Phoenix feat and the Ewok feat, because those two have a prescribed team of specific characters. And then we've got Wookiees, which is a direct copy from the last Conquest series, and we have to get 100 kills. Sorry, not wins. Yikes. 100 kills with Tusken Warrior. This one is annoying. It is grindy. So I personally am planning on skipping it. And if you can afford to skip it, it's 16 key cards. I would do that. If you can't, it is doable. So keep that in mind. It's just grindy. So again, 100 kills with Tusken Warrior. Phoenix and Ewoks are specific comps, and we need 20 wins with both of those. So you're up to 40. 20 with Phoenix, 40 with Ewoks, 20 with Wookiees. So that is that. And then Phoenix and Ewoks, all of the characters on the team have to survive as well. So there is that added kind of nuance to it. Wookiees, they can die as long as you win. It's fine. The Tusken Warrior kills, again, you don't have to win, and doesn't matter if the rest of your team dies. You're really just focusing on Warrior getting the kills. Okay, so let's look at the gameplay. I'll go over which team it is, the strat, if this was post-fix or pre-fix, and if it's my roster or Professor X's as usual. All right, guys, so I want to start with Phoenix. You can see here I don't have any. I'm at a 0 out of 20 of the winning 20 battles with the Phoenix squad. So like I said earlier, this is a prescribed team. It is the exact same as the last Conquest series that we had. And I'm going to show you this in Sector 3. This is technically post-fix. It's going to work here, and it also will work on the Bad Batch node, so you don't have to worry about that. So these are the discs that I'm using. I still don't have the best setup as of yet. So you can see there's only one Amplify Agony on my setup, which is important to note because it is going to take a little bit longer with fewer Amplify Agony, but it's fine. And basically the reason why I want to show you this is because you can do this feat while you're making your way through the sectors. If you come across a Grand Inquisitor node, this is going to work really well. You do need to have Captain Rex's Zeta on his unique, because that's what's going to feed the turn meter with the debuffs that Grand Inquisitor is putting out on you with Purge. I just wanted to show you that he's only 285 speed. He's not crazy fast. The key thing here, Volatile Accelerator obviously is on here. Voluntary Vanguard is on here. So it is going to mark my Rex. In most cases, it will mark people's Hera, which is just as fine as well. And the idea here is you're going to get to go because of the turn meter that Rex gains. And then you're just going to do specials. And once you're doing all of the specials from Phoenix, everybody is assisting. So you're able to chew through these Inquisitors really quickly, because as you can see here, only Hera and Rex are my Relict Phoenix members. The other 3 are at gear 12. So it's really nothing that crazy. And this works through the entire Conquest series. And again, also on the Bad Batch node in Sector 1, the Datacron node, it will work there as well. Okay. So these are my discs. This is on my own account. You can see it's still this kind of janky build that I've got going on. I do want to show you it though, because I'm going to go against the Bad Batch node in Sector 1. This is post-fix as well on my own account, and this Bad Batch node has been slowed back down, and we're going to do Ewoks. So again, this is another prescribed team. This is the team here that you need, and you need all 5 of them to survive to get credit. I'm going to show you their speeds as well here. So 205 on Chirpa. They don't really have great mods. This is Nisa. She is at 202. You can see she's still 5-star, gear 11. Wicket is 240. Again, nothing special. And then Logray 212 and Paplu is like 176. So like these are like pathetic leftover mods that I have on my Ewoks, and I really want to highlight that. And you can see only 2 of them are at relics. The other 3 are purple gear still. So just really trying to highlight the fact that it is doable for you at lower gear. Again, that voluntary vanguard is going on my Chirpa. So even with Echo going first, all we're going to do here is I am going to not call anyone because everyone's dazed. So we're going to do an AoE and then just basic. And they're going to go after Chirpa, which is fine, again, because he is relict. And then what we want to do is call or dispel the debuffs on Nisa specifically, because she can multi-hit with her basic. And then she gets to take her turn and she can cleanse all the debuffs off of our Ewoks here. So we're able to still kind of control ourselves and go. And then you want to go after Echo as soon as possible, obviously, get him off the board, and then give yourself as much turn meter as possible here. You want to try and just keep going. And once you can, it's really important, I found, to target tech, once you get down to the last 3 Bad Batch members. If you can get rid of tech, that will really help you get this win with all 5 members intact. I made the mistake of the first time doing it, not targeting him and saving him for last, and he ended up sniping out either Paplu or Logray on my team, and it was just all for naught. So if you can go after him as soon as possible, even when he's in stealth, that's going to make it a lot smoother. And you can see here, they got it no problem. So I've been doing this twice back to back, and it's been working on my account with this exact disc buildup and modding. Okay, so now I want to show you the exact same thing on Professor X. And you can see there, these are the discs. So he has a little bit of a better build. We've got 3 Amplify Agonies, a Blind Side, a way better Volatile Accelerator. So it is going to be a lot smoother on his account because of that. And I'm going to show you the relic levels that he's got, obviously, and as well as the modding on this account, because it is slightly different compared to mine. So again, on the Bad Batch node, really straightforward now that they have slowed that rate down again. So same idea, you want Chirpa lead, since that's basically the one that you need there. I like to put Nisa second, since you're going to be calling her a lot. Whenever you can choose someone to call, it's always going to be Nisa, in my opinion. And then these are the mods that we have on Professor X. So 218 Chirpa. Nisa here is 234, and she even has a mod missing. So you can see there her triangle is not equipped, and I don't even care. So 257 on Wicket. Obviously, these mods are a tiny bit better, like in terms of speed. 216 on Paplu, and then Logray here is 203. And this is going to work just as well on this account here against the Bad Batch node. So we'll go in, and it's going to be the same idea as what I just showed you. Obviously, turn order here is a little bit different. So we get to go first this time, and we have to target Wrecker since he's taunting. But I am just going to try and chew through him as fast as possible here. Don't want to taunt. Don't need to dispel anybody. So we're just going to kind of go through as quickly as we can. Stun Echo here if possible before he takes a turn. And then it's the same idea. You're just going to go and feed your turn meter train, and then as soon as possible you want to go after tech. Obviously we have to leave him at the end, but because these mods are a little bit faster, you can see they didn't even get to take a turn. But even with them taking a turn like they do on my own account, it works really well as long as you are able to control them and make sure you're cleansing appropriately there. So that is Ewoks, and you can see here we've got now another tick for them. All right, so I do want to do Tusken Warrior kills now. Both of these videos I'm going to show you are on my own account. The first one is pre-fix, so this is when Conquest was still like janky and bugged. And I'm going to take a full Tusken Warrior team, and I'm going to go against a Karth Old Republic squad in Sector 1. I have heard that this also works well against an Imperial Trooper team, so you can do that as well. I just don't have an Imperial Trooper team available in Sectors 1 or 2, and then once I get into 3, it just sort of derails from there. But essentially, the reason why you want to go against them is because with the Zeta on Tusken Chieftain's leadership, you can see here, the enemy team just kind of stuns themselves when they are attacking at a turn and gaining turn meter. So that's why this is working decently well. And then all you want to do is kind of stack up the momentum stacks on Warrior and wait until she's got a good amount of stacks before you use her big hit. That way she's able to get the kill that way. It is painful. I'm not going to lie to you. It is quite slow. I'm only getting 1, maybe 2 a fight right now, just because of how, they're not dying super quickly, but the other Tuskens are unfortunately stealing some of the kills here, which is a downside. So I am going to show you it again post-fix, and it does work. It also does work in Sector 4. For the full Tusken Wins, you can get some kills in if you're taking a full Tusken squad there against the Mon Mothma team. It's the same idea, though, in terms of if anybody is stealing your kills. So same idea. This is post-fix now against the same Karth node, because that's, again, I don't have an Imperial Trooper node in this sector or in Sector 2. If you have an Imperial Trooper node, it will also have the same effect, and it will actually give you the opportunity for more kills, since they get the stacks where they will just keep coming back to life after you kill them for a couple of times, so you can get a couple more kills and hopefully that way. But really, exact same idea as what we did before. We're just going to try and chew through them, build the stacks on Tusken Warrior here, and they will stun lock themselves, thankfully, which makes it a little bit easier in terms of not really needing to worry about if I'm going to die from them. So again, just making our way through and really trying to save that big hit if possible. If you have more Amplify Agony, then it will work a little bit better and faster for you, in my opinion, since you'll be able to knock the damage off of them a lot faster, since the Amplify Agony will be kicking in to help you, especially with the debuffs that are going out there. Since I only have the 1 Amplify Agony disc right now, it is taking me considerably longer to chew through the health pool. So keep that in mind as well. That more Amplify Agony will help a lot. So, and again, you can see I'm just trying to hopefully have Warrior get that last kill, especially with the call to assist, which doesn't go in our favor, unfortunately, but it is doable, which is the important thing. It's just grindy. So I'm most likely going to skip this. It doesn't feel fun. If you have to do it, though, at least you know it's possible to get it done. It's just not an ideal feat to have to complete. Okay, so that is Tuskens for now. Wookiees, you'll be happy to hear, is pretty straightforward. This is on my own account still. Still only that 1 Amplify Agony disc, and we're gonna go on the Bad Batch node here in Sector 1. It works really nicely, the exact same as last Conquest. It honestly, there's basically no difference here now that they have fixed this node and slowed them back down, so Echo isn't an insane speed. You're able to go in and just go through it really nicely. So I like to use the Tarful lead. Again, you just need to win with the Wookiees. You don't need all of them to survive, thankfully. And because of that, it does actually just, in my opinion, make it a little bit easier and less stressful. So here, Echo gets to go first, and we're just going to cleanse the debuffs off of us because of Tarful's ability there. And then honestly, you're able to just go through and make your way through the team pretty cleanly. Like even with them trying to get in there and take some turns, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, it's going to be faster if you have either a more offensive build or more Amplify Agni equipped. You'll be able to chew through them cleaner. And you can see my Wookiees are a little sad because they are taking turns. But again, it doesn't matter if they die at this point because one, it's a Datacron node, so we don't really care. We just need to win. And two, for the feat, you're not having to micromanage having all of them survive. You just need to get the win. So keep that in mind as well. All right, and you can see here now that we have another tick towards the Wookiees win. So we're at 1 out of 20, and we're on our way. All right, so that's what I'm doing for the global feats. Like I said, I'm intending to skip the Tusken Warrior kills. I find it to be annoying. I'm fully intending to do the Tusken wins in Sector 4, I believe it is. I think that is totally fine. It's really doable even with Tuskens that aren't at relic levels, especially once you've got your data disk set up. It's completely doable there. But the kills are just grindy. I don't like it. It's not a good time. So that's the one I'm going to skip. I am going to do all of the other global feats though. Hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, I did want to rush it out so that we can kind of jump back on it and get back on track with them. If you are doing the 40 wins with Ewoks, you need to get on it ASAP. Normally I would recommend doing 3 a day with them from the start of Conquest. However, because we're already almost halfway through, I'm actually going to be upping it and doing 6 a day personally. It is manageable. They can totally rock that Bad Batch node back to back in a row. It's perfectly fine. And if you are at all worried about it, I would suggest just like using some consumables from the make good, just kind of tide you over while you are doing like the back-to-back kind of attempts here with the Ewoks. Phoenix and Wookiees, it's only 20 that we need, so 3 a day should be fine. And I like to space them out, morning, afternoon, evening. That way the stamina isn't too damaged and that way you're not going in and then dying and you've wasted your 20 energy, and we all know we've wasted enough energy at this Conquest. So just a tip for these. Hopefully this is helpful. I'm gonna have my Sector 2 boss feats updated tonight. That's gonna come out as well because now that it's fixed, it's considerably more doable and we're good to go. And then I will have Sectors 4 and 5 for you tomorrow. All right guys, thanks for watching. Truly appreciate it.